You already know boy Dilla T, and this is No Filters. Always appreciate you all coming in, liking, hitting that like button for me, subscribing to the channel so you don't miss an episode, and sharing this with the world. And of course, family, when you come in, get comfortable. Get you something to eat, get you something to drink, get you something to smoke if that's what you do. Because you see the title, fam. This is getting out of hand. The chick Maxwell then apparently been misconstrued with a situation that they saying that the list is fake. And if the list is fake, then why would she be locked up for 20 years already, fam? Let's get into this here.
This right. So Donald Trump's lawyer, who was also Jeffrey Epstein's lawyer, went on TV a few days ago and said that he is aware of these Epstein files. He knows that they're protecting really powerful individuals and that he just can't talk about it because it would breach his duty of confidentiality, he says. But then late last night, he now says there is no list and there really are no files about individuals who were co-conspirators of Epstein. He goes, there's just a bunch of affidavits, and it's really just affidavits of victims, just saying what they went through. That's really all there is here. There's no such thing as a list. So this is what I predicted was going to happen after Donald Trump made that post on social media saying that the Epstein list and the Epstein files were all this Democratic hoax by Obama and Clinton. You know, I said he's going to have all the lawyers basically
hold on, fam. Let's get right. Let's get right. Let's get right. Let's get right. Hold up, fam. Let's get right. You know what it is. It's Dilla T. This No Filters. We hitting that like button. We subscribing. Well, we about to cook them in here. Clearly, they even allowing. They talking about Obama. Obama name came up. Now they trying to blame Obama and them for this. So you telling me that the Democratic Party has something to do with the list now? That's what they saying. They coming, they swinging all type of ways with it, fam. Marshmallow in the building. I see you, fam. Nova Sky in the building. What we doing? I'm trying to figure out what Obama got to do with it all of a sudden now. Huh? Obama. What do Obama got to do with the list? Was he on the list? Was he on the list? Oh, man, they swinging this thing any kind of way now. Oh, man, let's keep going. Hold on, fam. Hold on, fam. I need to know.
Let me see if I've got this right. So Donald Trump's lawyer, who was also Jeffrey Epstein's lawyer, went on TV a few days ago and said that he is aware of these Epstein files. He knows that they're protecting really powerful individuals and that he just can't talk about it because it would breach his duty of confidentiality.
What?
But then late last night, he now says there is no list and there really are no files about individuals who were co-conspirators of Epstein. He goes, there's just a bunch of affidavits, and it's really just affidavits of victims, just saying what they went through. That's really all there is here.
That's how far they trying to downplay it, family.
So this is what I predicted.
Hold on, let's get right, Hold up, hit that like button, fam. Subscribe right now. We about to cook them. So y'all get to the point to where you telling me that this man saying the lawyer is the same lawyer that's Trump lawyer, is the same lawyer that was Epstein lawyer. I did not know that, fam. What? I did not know that Epstein lawyer is Trump lawyer now. So for him even getting charged or being accused of playing with them at those times, why would he be your lawyer? And that lawyer was accused of sex trafficking as well. Why would he be your lawyer, Trump? See, it's too much put together here, fam. Yeah. Marshmallow say conflict of interest. You dang right. Hit that like button, fam. Subscribe. We cooking. Ain't no way something is not up right now. The lawyer just said there is a list, and he can't even speak about who named on the damn list. That's what he just said. That's what he spoke about, fam. So what I'm trying to figure out is, he come back out and say, oh, no, it ain't no list. You know, it's just a bunch of victims, you know, that was involved with some things. They either hurt or they still dead. But it's no list. Okay, so make it make sense, family. If there is no list, why did the girl Maxwell get locked up for 20 years sex trafficking, just like Epstein? I wait. Huh? Why she do 20 years if it ain't no list? What she do 20 years for? If it was never sex trafficking, what is the 20 years for? You telling me they locked that girl up for nothing and she ain't done nothing? That's what you saying? That ain't making no sense, family. If she ain't did nothing, why did she get locked up for 20 years? And if there's no list, then why are they worried about pardoning her and letting her out? If it's no list, why won't they pardon her and let her out? If it's no list. Oh, this is real, fam. You see the janky? Hit the like button, subscribe. We about to cook. It's some janky shit going on here, boy. And I'm talking about jank, boy. What? This is out of hand. Let's go.
Happened after Donald Trump made that post on social media saying that the Epstein list and the Epstein files were all this Democratic hoax by Obama and Clinton. You know, I said he's going to have all the lawyers basically line up and they're going to go along with that. And ultimately, who is that going to benefit? In my opinion, it's going to benefit Ghislaine Maxwell.
Right.
Because as I've mentioned, it's like she's gotten a golden ticket to get a retrial now from the criminal case against her in federal court. Because she's going to argue if the president of the United States is saying the entire Epstein sex trafficking ring is a hoax, then why was I criminally prosecuted and sentenced to over 20 years in prison?
That's what I just said.
Receipts. And so it should also be noted that Alan Dershowitz, who you're going to see, Trump's lawyer. Who
let's bring it back for the people in the back.
He's also the United States.
Let's bring it back for the people in the back.
Line up, and they're going to go along with that. And ultimately, who is that going to benefit? In my opinion, it's going to benefit Ghislaine Maxwell because, as I've mentioned, it's like she's gotten a golden ticket to get a retrial now from the criminal case against her in federal court because she's going to argue if the president of the United States is saying the entire Epstein sex trafficking ring is a hoax, then why was I criminally prosecuted and sentenced to over 20 years in prison?
Thank you.
I come with receipts.
If it's fake.
So it should also be noted that Alan Dershowitz, who you're going to see, Trump's lawyer, who made statements like this, he is also pushing for Ghislaine Maxwell to receive, you guessed it, a pardon. And all of these other mega influencers.
Hold up, fam. Hit that like button. Subscribe right now. You know you with Dilla T. It's no filters. We're not playing with them. This lawyer is out of hand. He should be locked up and just thrown away. He done said 50,000 different things at this point, fam. Y'all hear him? The man said it was a list, but he can't say nothing. Then he said it ain't no list, and it's just a bunch of people activists. And then after that, he's saying, oh, well, it's a list, but I can't really say, but the people that's on there dead. Some of them even some politics from back in the day. They not even active politics. Boy don't know what he want to say. Huh? Now, who gonna believe him? Because of what he's saying. Let's bring it back for the people in the back that ain't getting what's going on here. Trump and them playing big games with this girl. And then why would she get locked up if it never was a list? Why would she get locked up 20 years if it never was sex trafficking? Why would she be locked up, period, linked to Epstein if Epstein never had nothing going on? That ain't making no sense. Let's go.
Are out there saying free Ghislaine, give Ghislaine a pardon. This as the MAGA Republicans in the House of Representatives are blocking votes and covering up the release of the Epstein files. So let's come with receipts. This is the Midas Touch Network. That's what we do, right? We don't speculate. We come with evidence. I do this like we're in a courtroom.
Let's get real. Let's get right.
Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, let me show you
Hold up,
Trump's
Shadow Band.
lawyer, Alan Dershowitz.
Hold up, Shadow Band. He talking about, sir, what list are you talking about? Let's get right in here. Let's get right. Listen to what I'm talking about, fam. Epstein list. Where you been at, homie? Ain't no other list. Epstein list. You know what that list consists of? young girls being raped and trafficked. So when you asking me about what a list, let's get right up in here, fam, on what we talking about here, G. And whether you concur or not, we talking about Jeffrey Epstein, whose lawyer is Trump's lawyer, and how Trump is tied in with the shit. That's what's going on here. Get right, fam. Let's go.
Was also Epstein's lawyer.
Tell him, Marshmallow, you know what it is.
Saying, well, this was over the weekend.
Fam in here.
Knows
hey, let's get right in here, man. Let's get right. Type FAM if you fam in here already with your boy Dilla T. FAM for fam, and let me know where you from in this thing. Let's get right, fam. Let's go. Right now.
To protect individuals. Just listen to him in his own words. Here, play this clip.
So let me tell you, I know for a fact documents are being suppressed. And they're being suppressed to protect individuals. I know the names of the individuals. I know why they're being suppressed. I know who's suppressing them. But I'm bound by confidentiality from a judge and cases, and I can't disclose what I know. But I hand to God, I know the names of people whose files are being suppressed in order to protect them. And that's wrong.
What?
All right. Well, now in my
Did you just hear that? I know you just heard it. Let's bring it back.
I'm back.
So, okay, so ladies and
that
gentlemen,
man just said he know the people.
Let me show you Trump's lawyer, Alan Dershowitz, who was also Epstein's lawyer. And here he is saying, well, this was over the weekend, that he knows that there are documents being suppressed to protect individuals. Just listen to him in his own words. Here, play this clip.
So let me tell you, I know for a fact documents are being suppressed. And they're being suppressed to protect individuals. I know the names of the individuals. I know why they're being suppressed. I know who's suppressing them. But I'm bound by confidentiality from a judge and cases, and I can't disclose what I know. But I hand to God, I know the names of people whose files are being suppressed in order to protect them. And that's wrong.
All right.
Well, so now you're going to say it's wrong. But you just said there was nothing going on. But now you saying hand to God, right hand to the world, hand on the Bible, hand on everything that you saying. Now you know there's people that's been done wrong out here. And you can't say nothing because you're a lawyer. See, these lawyers be killing me, fam. Walk with me right quick, fam. Hit that like button, subscribe. We about to cook him. Lawyers don't get off. Lawyers don't get to do that. Hey, Dirty, you don't get to be a part of the worst, the sickest of the sickest, and be the most disgusting of the most disgusting, and then sit there and be like, you know, I got the right to lawyer. You know, I can't say nothing because of confidentiality agreement. You understand? But your little sister, your daughter, your niece, your auntie, your people being raped, and that man know what's going on with him, and he playing out here like ain't nothing happened, and he knows something happened. So don't sit up in here and act like y'all know what's going on here, fam. Let's get right. Trump and them playing games. The lawyer playing games. They playing games so far right now, fam, that they saying that if the list don't exist, then why did that girl get locked up for 20 years? Huh? I'll wait. Why the girl get locked up for 20 years if the list don't exist? If wasn't nobody doing nothing, why she getting locked up? I want to know. Huh? Oh, fam, let's get right in here. Fam in the building. Let's get right up in here. Let's get right up in here. You already know. Fam checking in. Fam FAM in the building. I see fam here. Roderick in the building. I see you, fam. Jeffrey said, oh, my God, bro. Fam said, keep it up, bro. Marshmallow say, fam. Nova Sky said, Bridget, Connecticut in the house. You already know Bridget, Connecticut in the building. Fam said, shaking my head only because he not one of them ready to snitch. Yeah, he is, and he know he about to. Schoolboy says, Democrat shaking my head. Schoolie ass, am I a Democrat, brother? I'm an independent. I stand on business for what I believe in. And we all need to do that here with Dilla T and no filters. Let's keep going, fam. Hit that like button, subscribe. We cooking in here because this man playing with people's life. You understand me? These people playing with people's life, Dirty. That's what they doing, and they don't care about it.
Now, in my view, that the plan has been
What?
hatched by Donald Trump. Things are
DD
changing a
Love
little bit.
Savvy
So what
TV
did
tapping
Dershowitz
in. You
say
already know
last
what it
night?
is. That like button,
Dershowitz said
subscribe. We
there is no
cooking.
list. I know that there's no list.
Discover our lightweight.
They know it's a list,
enough for
fam.
seniors to use one-handed.
But the nigga acting
It's
like
3
it ain't
times
no
more
list.
efficient than regular.
Here's what he said. Here,
Excuse
play
my
this clip.
language, Lord.
Is the government hiding a client list or anything that the Trump administration could release tonight?
No, there is no client list. There never has been a client list. A client list suggests that
bam!
Jeffrey Epstein made a list of.
Did y'all just hear him lie? Did y'all just hear him lie? Tap one if you heard him lie. Tap one right now if you heard him lie. Because if you've been in here with me right now, you just heard that man said it is. He put his right hand to God. He put his right hand to the Bible. Tap one if that man just lied. I wait. That's what. Oh, if I was there with him, I'd give him. I ain't getting all of that. What? You lying, boy? On public TV. Huh? Let's play it back for the stupid people in the back that wasn't getting it because they was rolling up. Let's go.
So Epstein's lawyer, and here he is saying, this is over the weekend, that he knows that there are documents being suppressed to protect individuals. Just listen to him in his own words. Here, play this clip.
Play this clip.
So let me tell you, I know for a fact documents are being suppressed. And they're being suppressed to protect individuals. I know the names of the individuals. I know why they're being suppressed. I know who's suppressing them.
Okay,
But
let's
I'm
start it
bound
over again.
by- So what?
Saying, this was over the weekend.
He just said.
Just listen to him in his own words. Here, play this clip.
Let's go.
So let me tell you, I know for a fact documents are being suppressed. And they're being suppressed to protect individuals. I know the names of the individuals. I know why they're being suppressed. I know who's suppressing them. But I'm bound by confidentiality from a judge and cases.
What?
And I can't disclose what I know. But I hand to God, I know the names
Hand
of
to
people
God.
whose files are being suppressed in order to protect them. And that's wrong.
All right. Well, now, in my view,
What?
that the plan has been hatched.
The man just said he got the list, and that's wrong. Right hand to God. Stay with me, fam. Stay with me. The man just said right hand to God. There is a list. Let's keep going.
Donald Trump, things are changing a little bit. So what did Dershowitz say last night? Dershowitz said there is no list. I know that there's no list. Here's what he said.
Same lawyer.
This clip.
Is the government hiding a client list or anything that the Trump administration could release tonight?
No, there is no client list. There never has been a client list. A client list suggests that Jeffrey Epstein made a list of people to whom he trafficked women. What there is a redacted FBI affidavit from accusers. There are several of them from accusers that accuse Jeffrey, that accuse various people of having improper sex. And that has been redacted. The names of the people accused have been blacked out. Now, of course, because I was the lawyer and I did all the investigations, I know who all these people are. I could figure out, based on everything that I saw, who Mr. X is, Mr. Y is, and Mr. Z. I can tell you right now, none of them are public figures who are currently in office. Some of them were previously in office. Some of them are dead.
Let's take a look at Dershowitz.
No, he don't get to do
Dershowitz, as I
that,
mentioned.
fam. Did you just hear that? Oh, no. Hit that like button. Subscribe right now. We about to cook him. Ain't no way, fam. The boy just, you know what's crazy? And that's what I was talking about, fam, earlier. When I said this yesterday, when I said, y'all talking about the president of the United States. Y'all talking about this man lawyer. Y'all talking about his whole life. Y'all talking about the highest office in the land. How did you not think that man could come out and say something about Trump and then give him a week? That boy went right back and said, oh, no, whatever I did say, it ain't that. Oh, no, my bad, fam. Ain't no list. Ain't no right hand of God. Ain't nothing on no Bible. Ain't no nothing. My bad. Somebody called me and said, little dude, you better go sit down somewhere and keep talking. We gonna zip your mouth up and leave you hanging by your throat. That's what they told him, fam. That boy went on there and lied and didn't think twice about it. When you do that, that means somebody didn't reach out and can touch you for talking. What'd I say? Go check the video out. I told you. I said that boy got some kahunas to be that old and talk all that ish about whoever. And don't think they won't reach out and touch you, boy. You think that ain't issue? You think that ain't easy? That's easy work, fam. Old man talking, Trump and them about to smack him. Somebody went up and smacked the bowels out of him. You hear me? Told that boy, if you don't stop talking, we gonna take the skin off you too, boy. We gonna skin your ass. Don't keep talking. So now the games that he played, now we don't even believe him. Because he just said it was a list, now it ain't a list, now it is a list, now it ain't a list, now it is a list. He's swearing to God it's a list and then it ain't a list. I just told fam and them, that boy better shut up and see what he doing now. See, this is the government at work right in our face, fam, is what I'm talking about. The FBI at work right in our face. The powers that be working right in our face. Where this man can come out and say something happened, stand on it, right hand to God, and turn right around and say it never happened. Because they just stirred the bowels out of him. The boy can't even use the bathroom right, you hear me? I told that boy, you say one more thing, boy. We're going to skin you. You better shut up. That boy came out and said, they say, hey, we don't care what you say. You better not keep saying what you've been saying. You better go in there and say, my bad, I got Alzheimer's, or I got this, or I just lost my mind. But you better not ever say I got something to do about no list. See how they scared his old self? Now this man a boy. He was a man, now he's a boy. They done made him a boy. Man, old as that thing, now you're a boy again, because they made him feel like a little boy. Hit that like button, subscribe, fam, we cooking. They lying to us right in our face and ain't nobody doing nothing about it. You're just watching it happen. What was your antennas when we heard that it was a list, then he turned around and said it wasn't? What you gonna do? Or you gonna sit back and keep playing prize picks? Goofy. Let's keep going, man. This what they doing. They sex trafficking, then they lie about it, and then they say it's a list, and it ain't, and then all of a sudden we out here looking like goofies. Like, boy.
Is Donald Trump's lawyer during the impeachment case, very close to Donald Trump. Back in 1997 or so, he wrote an op-ed that says statutory rape is an outdated concept. He says it raises a fundamental question about the continuing legitimacy of statutory rape laws at a time when sex involving teenagers is so rampant and prosecution for statutory rape so selective. It is obvious that there must be criminal sanctions against sex with very young children, but it is doubtful whether such sanctions should apply to teenagers above the age of puberty, since voluntary sex is so common in their age group. In other words, for him, the age of consent that he argues as a legal construct should be right after puberty, is what he's saying. And then you would think, well, is he still defending that to this day? Yeah, well, right around the time when he was Donald Trump's lawyer, he goes, I stand by the constitutional, not moral argument I offered in my controversial op-ed. If a 16-year-old has the constitutional right to have an abortion without state or parental interference, how can she not have the constitutional right to engage in consensual sex? And by the way, here is Dershowitz describing why it was that he was at Epstein's home getting massages, which he claims he doesn't like massages. He says he just got him in his boxers. Here, play this clip.
This is a
Oh no, fam! They got they got him in his boxers.
All you got to do is
they got him in his boxers.
Saw a young underage woman. Yet Epstein's former butler.
Well, you better shut up. Let's keep
He
going.
says he just got him in his boxers. Here, play
Listen to this. Listen.
I never saw a young underage woman. Yet Epstein's former butler swore under oath that Dershowitz was at Epstein's residences. At the same time, underage girls were there. Were there young women in another part of the house giving massages when I wasn't around? I have no idea of that. Dershowitz did say he once received a massage at Epstein's mansion, but from an adult woman. I kept my underwear on during the massage. I don't like massages particularly. Bob Norman, Local 10 News.
All right, so you've got Dershowitz.
Oh, this is out of hand. Did you just see that, fam?
You've got Dershowitz.
Let's play that back for G's in the back that ain't listening. Hit that like button, subscribe. We cooking. Yeah, Nova. Yeah, Nova. Yeah, Nova. You see it? Man, listen, the Cash App pin at the top is support, fam. I love, I appreciate y'all. You heard that, Nova. Oh, fam, we finna play that back. Get your ears on. Get your ears on. Get your ears on. Get them on. Let's go.
He thinks constitutionally the age of consent should be somewhere right after puberty. Now saying that the list doesn't exist.
First of all, hold up. Did we just hear that right? That boy said that he thinks the age of consent should be right after puberty. The age of consent. He should be his whole life talking like that. Boy, who is you? And he in the community. That's what I be talking about, fam. See, if it was me and you talking like that and we heard about it, boy, we'll get you, tighten you up, squeeze you dry. What you talking about? He shouldn't even be smacked. That boy should be talking like that. Sick. Let's keep going, fam. Oh, he got to be smacked.
Deeply embedded VIPs in the MAGA world, like Lady Victoria Hervey. Dershowitz, when I wasn't swore under oath, he says he just got him in his boxers.
In his boxers.
Play this clip.
I never saw a young underage woman. Yet Epstein's former butler swore under oath.
Cash Shauna in the building, I see you. Whoopie Graphics in the building, I see you. Let's get roll call in here. Marshmallow in the building, I see you. Will Anderson pulling up in the building, I see you. Pineapple Pam in the building, I see you. Kashana, what's up? King Rambo in here. Nerdy Locks, what's up? Joey in the building. Jesse Owens in the building. Jesse Owens in the building, Vince Wilson in the building, Junebug in the building. We getting right. Let's get right. Listen to what this man just said. He was in the mansion with Trump and Epstein. Or he was in the Epstein house. And there was girls in the house underage that was on this side of the house while they was on this side of the house. But they was giving out massages. He gonna tell me he gets a massage, but he got one by an older woman. But all the other girls was underage in the house, but the girl that touched you, old man, boy, you should be the smacked out. Who believe that? Who believe that? He in the house with Epstein in there. All the girls in here doing their thing. Everybody getting massages, but he the only one getting a massage by a grown woman. But everybody else getting massaged by little girls. Boy, he should get... Let's go. Stupid.
Were there young women
home getting massages, which he claims he doesn't like massages. He says he just got him in his boxers. Here, play this clip.
I never saw a young underage woman. Yet Epstein's former butler swore under oath that Dershowitz was at Epstein's residences. At the same time, underage girls were there. Were there young women in another part of the house giving massages when I wasn't around? I have no idea of that. Dershowitz did
yes, you do, fam. Stop lying.
Epstein's mansion, but from an adult woman. I kept my underwear on during the massage. I don't like massages particularly. Bob Norman, Local 10.
You don't like massages, but you're doing the massage, though, but you don't like the massage. See what I'm saying? See, that's when you get caught. See, when you get caught, now you're trying to discredit massages. Now you're trying to discredit massages because you got caught. Don't do that, dirty. Massages are massages. But now you're trying to discredit massages. I don't really like massages, but you getting massaged. Huh? You don't like massages, but you got somebody rubbing you, boy. And not just somebody. Underage. Don't sit up in here and act like that boy innocent. He don't get no pass. This man was letting an underage woman massage him in the house at Epstein house. And ain't nobody gonna do nothing about that. Ain't nobody got nothing to say about that. Huh? What we doing here? We letting folk like this walk around and act like it ain't nothing and is something, but then they still out here eating steak and dinner. Like won't nobody pull up and him up. Cause that's what he need. Man don't deserve to walk free, breathe. Underage girls. Boy, I got daughters. You know what's crazy? Let me tell you what's crazy. It never affects people unless it hits you directly. That's what really killed me about a lot of people. A lot of y'all, nothing affects none of you unless it like hits you directly. But then it hits you directly when it affects somebody that affects your loved ones, or it's your loved one that affects you. Now you're affected by it because it didn't touch your hand, but see, it touched their hand that you love. Even if that's your best friend, child, you got love for them. You are affected by it. So to not have a voice, or to not have a thought, or to not have something to say, or to let people know this is not okay. It ain't even about you personally being able to move the world. It's about you just having a voice, letting somebody know this ain't okay. That's the difference in those that speak up and those that don't. It's about what's okay. It's not okay. And yet, if we can't reach out and touch them, we can have a voice as a people, as a one, to where their voice becomes so loud that we do nothing but move the world. That is the only way it happens out here. But you sitting there letting this man go back and forth, and the fact that he Trump lawyer, oh, it's okay? Third, he don't get no pass. He'll never get a pass. This ain't okay, fam.
The age of consent should be somewhere right after puberty. Now saying that the list doesn't exist. And then you have the other influencers, deeply embedded VIPs in the MAGA world, like Lady Victoria Hervey. She hangs out with Kash Patel and Donald Trump all the time at Bedminster and Mar-a-Lago. And she writes, keep in mind there was no trafficking, no clients, only innocent victims who were extorted for money by two corrupt attorneys through a calculated scheme of blackmail. So in their view, Epstein and Ghislaine were actually the victims. That's what MAGA is now pushing, that they were the victims, huh? That's your position, MAGA? You've got MAGAs like this who wear free Ghislaine Maxwell t-shirts. Jessica Reed Krause, she's got VIP access in the White House right now in their new media division.
These people are crossed their damn mind.
Holding the binders, the Epstein phase 1 binders back in February when Pam Bondi said, this is just phase 1. We're going to be releasing the full list shortly. It's sitting on my desk. So she's posted, I'll be pushing for a retrial or a pardon until it happens, especially in light of recent news. Everyone should wonder why one woman is serving 20 years for trafficking minors to no one. And why she's saying to no one? Because Donald Trump said it was all one big hoax. Now, just a reminder for you as well that Dershowitz was Trump's lawyer, just so you see, okay, he's saying he's his lawyer. Was he really his lawyer, Ben?
Yeah.
He was Epstein's lawyer. He was Trump's lawyer. Here he is during the impeachment trial of Donald Trump. Here he is arguing on behalf of Trump. Let's play it.
What happened is that the current president was impeached. If in fact President Obama or President Hillary Clinton had been impeached, the weight of current scholarship would be clearly in favor of my position, because these scholars do not pass the shoe on the other foot test. These scholars are influenced by their own bias, by their own politics, and their views should be taken with that in mind.
And here he is pretty recently saying that he thinks Pam Bondi has extraordinary experience and is doing a very good job. Let's play that clip.
For traveling.
You don't get to say that, lawyer. Let me tell you something, man. See, that's the problem, fam. You got the corrupt of the corrupt. That's corrupt.
Well, look, I think we're on the right track. I think Pam Bondi has extraordinary experience. She's tough. She has the right priorities.
Hey, parents, we all know getting a good sleep.
Don't nobody even think to care about any of that, fam. We wouldn't even be thinking about that. The man dark past and
I'm done
came up.
talking about Epstein for the time being. I'm going to trust my friends in the administration. I'm going to trust my friends in the government to do what needs to be done, solve it, balls in their hands. I've said plenty this last weekend. So if you guys want to see my commentary on it, that's fine.
You've seen MAGA Republicans block the release of the Epstein files in the House of Representatives, like Mike Lawler. They're like, why are we even talking about this? Why would we talk about this? Here, play this clip.
And as I said, if somebody did something, if there is evidence of a crime committed, then prosecute them. In the absence of that, what are we talking about?
You see, there's a lot of nonsense.
See, this is what I be talking about,
what do you
fam.
think?
This is what I be talking about right here. Because when you have people coming out saying, yo, if somebody did something, prosecute them so we can move on. You stupid mother. If it was that easy to just do it, it'd have been done. But who we talking about? Trump, the highest office of the land. I think people getting tired of hearing about the Trump situation because they know nothing's going to happen to Trump. That's the problem here, fam. They know nothing's going to happen to Trump. This thing looked like a big play just being played out in our face. And it's so embarrassing, fam, because they really laughing at us. I don't even think y'all understand that. They laughing at us. While we over here laughing at them, they laughing harder at us because we are the ones that's watching this play. And the actors are really acting. The Oscars, the Globe, I mean, they really getting Golden Globe. I mean, the lawyer, Maxwell, Trump, I mean, what? We watching this play out right in our face, and these people are laughing behind our backs when they go back home. Because if that not be the case, Trump will really be scared for his life. Trump will really be scared for his position. Trump will really be in a situation. But clearly he's not. He ain't even worried. Anybody come out talking, they find themselves quiet within a day. Huh? Hit that like button, fam. Subscribe. We cooking. They laughing at us while we laughing at them. Because what somebody gonna do to them? What you gonna do to them? Who gonna do something to them? That's why we gotta talk. That's why we gotta get big. That's why we gotta come together. That's why we gotta come like the wind. But if we do that, that man could call martial law or something and shut down everything. You understand her, dog? That's what's going on here. That man could call martial law, and now we out here trying to figure out what's our next move in the world. Because of what he can do. Marshmallow in the building says, anybody who come here saying this ain't important, we all looking at you like this. Look at that face. Let me get right in here, man. When you come up in here, you better understand what's going on here, fam. Because here at No Filters with Dilla T, with fam, we all fam. We informing each other. We are being aware of everything with each other. We letting each other know what's going on. If I don't know, my fam in here gonna let me know what's up. Just as well as if you don't know, I'm gonna let fam know what's up. That's what's going on here. So if you ain't with that, you better get to stepping, or fam gonna get on you. Now let's get right. Let's get real. And let's go.
Explain to me what you think the nonsense is here.
Well, frankly, the fact that you're even covering this. I mean, I don't even understand, frankly, why we're spending a lot of time on Jeffrey Epstein. You know, the fact is he was a pedophile who was arrested. He committed suicide, and his, fixer, if you will, is being prosecuted. So at the end of the day, if there are people who were part of any crimes, then they should be prosecuted. But in the absence of that, what exactly are we looking to do? The information is there. It is well documented what he did.
Do you hear this, dude?
And beyond that, what exactly are we looking for?
Okay, my bad.
Just so you know,
What
it's being
exactly are we
covered.
looking for? Let's bring him up to date. See, you got people that's in Congress or political people like this that has daughters, has sons, has kids, and yet they sit there and talk like this because they're paid to talk like that because of the influence they got. But the funny part about it is, let that be his daughter in that house massaging that lawyer's back while that lawyer's in his boxers. I bet this little boy, who I thought was a man, is a boy now, because he's talking like a boy, don't know nothing as a man. Because if he was a man, he'll understand why we're talking about this and why the Epstein files are so important. Because it represents the disgusting pedos that was involved with it. And if Trump was involved, which we know he was, why? Because he's been his friend for 30 years. How you know that man 30 years but ain't engaged in nothing that man done? So this boy back here acting like, why do we care? Or why should we be talking? But that man got kids. You understand? Sick. You're sick. Let's keep going.
The deputy director of the FBI is said to have taken off work on Friday to protest the Justice Department own handling of this, and there have been shouting matches reported inside the White House on this. So whether or not you think it's important, apparently there are people who are quite agitated about it, but I will move on.
And look, I'm proud that at the Midas Touch Network, we've been covering this diligently every step of the way for the past, since Midas Touch was created. Let me remind you of these videos that we've created. Hashtag Hold Trump Accountable was a video we created back in August.
That's real. Hold him accountable.
You know about sexual predators and things like that.
You are one.
All right. Here's what Donald Trump said about his old friend Jeffrey Epstein in 2002. I've known Jeff for 15 years. Terrific guy. Has even said that he likes beautiful women as much as I do, and many of them are on the younger side.
Donald Trump is heard making questionable comments about a young girl.
You're going up the escalator? I'm going to be dating her in 10 years.
A woman had filed a lawsuit alleging Trump sexually assaulted her when she was only 13 years old.
I'll go backstage and everyone's getting dressed. I'm the owner of the pageant, so I sort of get away with things like that.
Yeah, I'm automatically attracted to beautiful. I just touched this. For the 22nd time, Donald J. Trump has been accused of sexual misconduct.
Kissed me again very aggressively. He was putting his hand up my skirt.
She would not be my first choice.
I'm very clear on this.
When we started, they let you do it.
Touching my private parts.
You haven't done it.
What does he think this is? He pinned you against the wall. There was a fight. She kept the dress.
She's asking for a sample of Trump's DNA for her case.
Damn!
And hashtag PedoTrump was a video we created.
Hey man, y'all see that?
in
Hey
September.
man, hold up, Dirty. You see that? Oh man, y'all see that, fam? That's your president. Let me say that again for the people in the back. Hit that like button, subscribe, fam. Did you just see that? That was your president, fam. Before he was president, that's who he was. Tell me why you think for a second this man has changed. That's because he's in the Oval. I'll wait. Shout out TV in the building. Respect. Hit that like button, subscribe, family. Monday through Friday, 9 p.m. It's your boy Dilla T and no filters. Trump ain't never changed. You see that video? Oh, we finna bring it back. Put your eyes on. Turn on your ears. Put your eyes on, turn on your ears. This boy Trump off the chain.
Was created. Let me remind you of these videos that we've created. Hashtag Hold Trump Accountable was a video we created back in August of 2020. Let's play it.
You know about sexual predators and things like that.
You are one.
All right. Here's what Donald Trump said about his old friend Jeffrey Epstein in 2002.
This is what he
I've known
said.
Jeff for 15 years. Terrific guy. Has even said that he likes beautiful women as much as I do, and many of them are on the younger side.
Donald Trump is heard making questionable comments about a young girl.
You're going up the escalator? I'm going to be dating her in 10 years.
A woman had filed a lawsuit alleging Trump sexually assaulted her when she was only 13 years old.
I'll go backstage and everyone's getting dressed. I'm the owner of the pageant, so I sort of get away with things like that.
Yeah, I'm automatically attracted to beautiful. I just touched this. For the 22nd time, Donald J. Trump has been accused of sexual
22nd time.
Kissed me again very aggressively. He was putting his hand up my skirt.
She would not be my first choice.
I'm very clear on this.
When we started, they let you do it.
Touching my private parts.
You haven't done it.
What does he think this is? He pinned you against the wall. There was a fight. She kept the dress.
She's asking for a sample of Trump's DNA for her case.
That man out of his mind.
And hashtag PedoTrump was a video we created in September.
Pedo Trump, that's what they was hashtagging, fam.
Jeffrey Epstein was running a sex trafficking ring in the early 2000s.
Shout out Marshmallow, shout out Jesse Owens, you know it.
As young as 14 years old.
Donald Trump in 2002 said of Epstein, he's a lot of fun to be with. It's even said that he likes beautiful women as much as I do, and many of them are on the younger side.
He routinely spoke fondly.
Oh my God, fam, did y'all not hear that? Hold up. Trump said that his friend Epstein likes beautiful women and they're more on the younger side. Now this is, I see, that's what I'm talking about, fam. See, I bet you ain't thought that was gonna come out, Trump. I know you thought that it wasn't even gonna come out, fam. See, you was talking all hip and happy back in that day, boy, thinking you wasn't gonna have to run for the presidency. But then your people was like, yo, you gonna need to run for the presidency. And you like, oh, okay, so that's what we doing? So they like, we gotta clean up your whole life. Cause you know how much bad stuff that boy that said and did? They bringing it out now. You think he able to talk like this and then him become president and act like he don't know Epstein? Or all of a sudden Epstein is just unalive all of a sudden? The Maxwell girl is yelling that she got the list and Trump's name is on it. But they not gonna let her out of jail. But they saying the list don't even exist. So why would she be locked up 20 years for some sex trafficking and fixing girls? Huh? So how the list don't exist? If the list don't exist, then why she get locked up? And if she got locked up with no list, then why she still in jail and gotta be pardoned? It's a difference when you gotta be pardoned up against just being let out. You gotta be pardoned, fam. So if they pardon her, she's gonna get out with a real list. But if they saying nothing really happened, then why is she locked up in the first place? And if the lawyer knows the list and people that's on it, like he said, why would he be telling the world to let the girl out so she can tell? If he just said there's no list. But then again, he said it is. So this is what I mean, fam, about the games they laughing at us about. Because that's literally running around in circles about a list and not having a list. But yet, if you let the girl out, she gonna tell on you. But why is she locked up in the first place if nothing really exists in the first place? That's what I mean by this play that's going on right in front of our face. And ain't nobody can really do nothing about it but just watch it play out. The nerve of these people. And you know if it walk like a duck, quack like a duck, you know it's a duck, fam. Let's get right. That boy said Trump was accused 22 times for sexually harassing a woman. Boy, you got trillions. Why you touching people for rape? How you got all that money but you got to rape somebody? How you got all that money, but you got to assault somebody sexually? How you got all that money, but you got to demand something? Boys, you know you lame. Tell y'all something about lame people out there. See, them lame people out there be having it all. And still got to press. Still got to push. Still got to do all of the extra curriculum just to be seen or be accepted. And you got it all. You got it all. But you ain't got yourself. And you have no character, no personality, no nothing. Why? Because you still got to take sex from a woman. And you got all that money. I don't understand y'all, fam. You got all that money, but you demanding, taking, sexually harassing. You know how many people, you know how many women can just hear that you got the money and they ready to get down, get down, get down? Knowing that they just know your damn name. Trump don't get no, boy, he got more money than them. And you got people like Diddy, Jay-Z, and all these people forcing it. Kanye West, Tyler Perry, forcing it. What you forcing it for, fam? You got millions, billions, trillions, zillions, cajillions. And y'all forcing it? Man, hit that like button, family. Subscribe right now. We cooking them. Trump is sick. doing all of that, and you got all that money, and you over here touching on girls. Let's keep going. Ain't no way, fam. You're sick.
$5. Can you chip in
all
$5?
That money.
Can I say this? A piece of it.
She kept the dress.
She's asking for a sample of Trump's DNA for her case.
Marshmallow in here, no filters,
And
baby, you
hashtag
know it.
Trump was a video we created in September of 2020. Let's play it.
Charges that Jeffrey Epstein was running a sex trafficking ring in the early 2000s that included underage girls as young as 14 years old.
Donald Trump in 2002 said of Epstein, he's a lot of fun to be with. It's even said that he likes beautiful.
Who is that? What's your name, Jack? That's Jack? Y'all know who Jack is, fam? Hey, Jack. Hit that like button, family. Subscribe while you're in here talking crazy. Watch your mouth, partner. But hit that like button for me. Subscribe. We cooking in here. Watch your mouth. Watch your mouth. Know who you talking about. Know where you at. Understand what's going on. You got something going on in your life. Seems like you need some help. Seems like you lacking love, fam. What's going on? Because you just pulled up at No Filters with Dilla T and the fam. You can get the respect and the love here, fam. But you got to show love. So watch your mouth, boy. Because that right there, that type of talk, that's not the talk to be talking, boy. Watch your mouth, boy. You understand? I pray you ain't got no kids. I pray you take care of your family. Because you got to understand what you need to do with it, how you need to get right. You understand? But fam gonna get you together real quick, Jack. You understand? Watch your mouth. Or keep going. Or make sure we hit that like button and subscribe, because we cooking. That could be your daughter. That could be your niece. That could be your little cousin. Being sex trafficked down the street up and around the corner. Handed to the bros, to the dead homies. Watch your mouth. We bringing awareness over here. Your president been sex trafficking people. And you all right with it, because you talking ish. Watch your mouth. Let's go.
As much as I do, and many of them are on the younger side.
He routinely spoke fawningly of Jeffrey. He admired Epstein's lifestyle. Your daughter, she's beautiful. Can I say this? A piece of it. She's actually always.
That's real, Rico Suave. You know how we coming. Fred Dixie in the building. Marshmallow, get him.
She's got this problem.
You were playing tennis and you came off the court. Quote, look at that piece of I would love some of that. It so happened that Trump was referring to Cohen's then 15-year-old daughter, Samantha.
I had the impression that he was interested in younger women and that, you know, women would age out for him.
Miss Teen Universe? Yeah, that's like giving Jeffrey Dahmer a cooking show.
I go backstage before a show, and everyone's getting dressed and ready and everything else. And I'm allowed to go in because I'm the owner.
Respect, Rico Suave. You know what we doing is love.
Donald Trump is heard making questionable comments about a young girl.
You're going up the escalator? I'm going to be dating her in 10 years.
A lawsuit against the presumptive GOP nominee alleges he raped a girl when she was 13 years old.
Prince Andrew.
Let's get right in here. Let's get right in here. Let's get right. Let's get right. Family in the building. Type FAM and let me know where you from right now, fam. You know the roll call in the building. Let's get right. I know my fam done got them something to eat. Got them something to drink. Got them something to smoke. Because that's what they do. Because you seen the title. And you been with your boy Dilla T. There's no filters. Drop FAM and let me know where you from, fam. Because I know my fam in the building. I truly appreciate you hitting that like button. Subscribing to the channel so you don't miss an episode. And sharing this with the world. Let's keep the party going, fam. Let's go.
Friendship with convicted sex offender Jeffrey Epstein.
I don't know Prince Andrew.
but it's a tough story.
Trump has been photographed with Prince Andrew as far back as the year 2000.
Ghislaine Maxwell is
tell him what's up, TV Eagle.
Sexually abused underage girls.
Watch your
I've
mouth,
met her
boy.
numerous times over the years, especially since I lived in Palm Beach, and I guess they lived in Palm Beach. But I wish her well.
You know about sexual predators and things like that. I mean,
You are one.
all right, I was going to say that. But,
That's crazy work. Trump crazy work. Boy, you know, they're calling them sexual predator and they laughing about it. How many people, somebody could just call you a sexual predator and you just gonna laugh with them? Oh, no.
For you. Hit subscribe.
Boy, that boy hit this. That boy said, you're a sexual predator. They laughing together. Boy, somebody talking about sexual predator. I'm smacking the face off you, fam. Let me find out you sex trafficking or you sexual predator or you sexual harassing. I'm taking your face off your face. I'm taking your face off your head. Yeah. We're going to skin you dry, dirty. You don't deserve to breathe. You don't deserve to live. What you talking about? Huh? We ain't doing none of that. Let me find out. I pray one of y'all out there, do not ever allow or see something happening. See, we living in a time now, fam, where something bad can happen and people just see it and don't say nothing. We living in a time where the good is looked at as bad and the bad is looked as good. So who really cares? We living in a time where don't nobody care. And because don't nobody care, that's why the world is failing. That's why the world is falling. That's why it's failing. All this we got going on in the USA, we the big bad wolves. We the big bad, can't nobody do nothing to us. But you know how many people over here that just don't care? And because we don't care, we can just watch the world deteriorate. As what it's going to do. It's going to deteriorate because don't nobody care. You got to care all the way down to littering. You got to care. Because if you don't get that trash up, boy, we're going to be walking around in trash around here. You see why you got to care? It's that simple. I'm at an age, I'm at a time in my life where I care. Trust me. It was a time where I ain't give a... Let me say that again for the people in the back. It was a time where I ain't give a boy. So don't play with me like I'm a tree hugger. Because I'm not. I care today. That's the difference from yesterday. Because there was a time where care didn't even matter. So don't sit up in there and act like I'm tripping. You better care about somebody. You understand me? Up in here. You better care about somebody. Because you want somebody to care about you. Oh, man, let me say that again. Hit that like button, subscribe, we cooking. You better care about somebody because you want somebody to care about you, boy. Woman. Let's go.
Let's get to 6 million subscribers. Can't get enough Midas?
We're planning all that, going through all of that.
Ad-free articles, report.
This is why I
We're not going through.
Subscription and switched to
We're not going through.
a month spending way too much on DoorDash. I got bored of eating the same fast food meals.
I'm joined now by Congressman Ro Khanna. Thanks so much for joining me.
Thanks, Brian. Always a pleasure.
So, Congressman, you introduced a resolution to compel the release of the Epstein files. The House just had the opportunity to vote on it. Not a single Republican voted in.
Hold on, let's get right first. Let's get right, fam in the building. Fam in the building, letting us know how we coming, because we ain't playing with nobody. You know where we from. You know what we doing. You already know. Let's get right. Rico says we love you out here, bro. Shout out to Rico Suave, says, by the way of Las Vegas. We got Vegas in the building. That's real. Joe Bandana says, what up, food stamp? That's real. Jay said, it's the deportations affected our connects and plugs. That's real, family. Jay say he from NYC. Money matters in the building. TV1 Eagle says, Jack, you could be touched anywhere. TV1 Eagle says, Jack, You can be touched anywhere. Watch your mouth, Jack. Titan Law says he from UK. Titan Law from UK. TV Eagle says, TV1 Eagle says DMV in the building. DMV in the building. Shout out to you, TV1 Eagle. Rico Suave said, let's go. Marshmallow says, FAM fam in her. Nova Sky says, Bridgeport, Connecticut, CT. That's real, fam. That's real all the way. Piff 1000 says, big facts. That's real, family, all the way. You know what we doing. We keeping the party going. We keeping it hot. We keeping it real. We keeping it no filters. Let's go, family.
Of beginning debate and releasing the Epstein files. Can I have your reaction first and foremost to this party, a party that has staked so much of their brand, so much of their identity on releasing the Epstein files, now being the sole impediment to actually getting some exposure here?
Well, it's shocking and sad, but the Democratic Party now has clearly become the party that wants to release these files. We are the party that says we can't be protecting rich and powerful men who have abused, assaulted, and abandoned young girls.
Okay, so the Democrats want to get involved.
Of protecting our children and getting the files out there. The Republicans yesterday night on the Rules Committee, at least Ralph Norman had some courage and voted for the release, but today none of them voted for the release.
Shakur in the building. What's going on, Shakur?
There's one person I can't name right now, but someone who I'm likely going to.
Mama Thompson from Memphis in the building. Mama Thompson, Cedric Moore, Birmingham, Alabama. What's up, family?
We're going to drop.
Marjorie Taylor Greene came out yesterday.
So here we are. Let's get right.
Deserves the truth.
Let's get right. Let's get right so we know what's going on right now. Here we have a Democrat speaking out saying that the Democrat Party wants to expose the Epstein files. Let me say that again for the people in the back that don't get what's going on right now. We're talking about child predators. We're talking about pedos. The Democratic Party says we want to come out and put the Epstein list out. They said they have a way and they have a secret weapon on how they want to expose the Epstein list, which will expose Trump. So who we have here, No Filters, fam, where we can open up our eyes and put our thinking caps on and open up our ears and know that if we heard Trump that sexually harassed somebody over 20 times, over 10 times, over twice, you've been friends with Epstein, who like girls younger, got girls in there running around, underage girls in his house running around, giving old men massages with boxers on. That's what's going on. Don't sit up in here and act like we tripping right now. Trump, guilty. I don't want to hear all that, the word allegedly and all that, where they thought they said, no, I don't want to hear that. Your lawyer guilty. Trump guilty. Maxwell guilty. Epstein guilty. What we talking about? All of them guilty, fam. Everybody get the smacked out of them. Everybody get the... Everybody get the off the top rope elbow. Huh? Everybody. I don't want to hear it. Everybody. Everybody get it. On sight. Better tell them about it, Rico. You seen it, did you? Yeah. We're not playing that over here, dirty. You touching kids. You getting shit smacked out of you. You getting and you get Let's keep going. The hell? Y'all sitting there letting the shit happen. Watching the shit. You better smack the shit out of somebody when you see them. Let's keep going.
About Jeffrey Epstein and the rich, powerful elites in his circle. The line is drawn with anybody who abuses children and vulnerable, innocent people. When George Santos is going to prison for 7 years, but Epstein only served 13 months, our justice system is corrupt. She went on to vote against the release of this bill. Can I have your reaction to that?
What's growing inside your brain right now could be wiping out your memories as we speak.
Well, look, I mean, unfortunately, the way the House works, it's sometimes partisan on these procedural votes. I'm actually hoping with this bipartisan bill that we get Marjorie Taylor Greene and a few others to vote for it, with it. Because my goal here is to actually demand the release of these files. And there are probably 10 to 15 Republicans who, in my view, will stand with every single one of the Democrats to demand these release. And if we do that, then it doesn't become a partisan issue. You know, anything that just because a partisan issue, there the Democrats go again, talking about Donald Trump, loses its effectiveness. The reason this is so powerful is this is a lot of people who voted for Donald Trump, who said, yeah, the system is rotten. It's corrupt. It's been corrupt for the last 4 decades. Rich and powerful people get better justice and are protected, and the ordinary folks are getting shafted. And if we can partner with them, then we take the populist mantle, and that's really what I'm hoping to do.
Why do you think that you will get 10 to 15 Republicans on a different...
If we listen to what he's really saying, we understand rich and powerful people always get a higher protection because of their position. Okay, we hitting that like button, we subscribing, we cooking. They always get protection or a higher sense of protection because of their position and their money. It's always the money. We know that. Let's not act like we don't. But I think what's interesting about this situation now is that, like Fam had just asked right now, Cedric Moore says, why are they not showing these files? Don't understand these, bro. If y'all not hiding something, family. And then Famous 247 says, how old are the kids? Now, where are they? Why haven't anyone came forward? You got to understand, these was kids that was trafficked. So even if they did come forward now, or they were younger or older, they're in a situation where I'm sure they're embarrassed, ashamed. There's so much feelings that has to be going through their minds for them to be in that position. And understand something too, family. How long had they been trafficked? How many times were they trafficked? Who were they trafficked to? How were they treated? You got to understand, that's traumatizing to any human. It don't matter who you are, that's traumatizing. So when you ask, why haven't they came out, or why haven't this been said? It's traumatizing for them to even understand. And them getting older and getting used to it, nobody even came out to sue nobody. So you really got to think, these people are being trafficked with very, very powerful people to and fro. So why would you think they would come out and say anything, fam? No, I'll wait on you because you smart. Why would you think they gonna say something if these are very powerful people? They know who they being trafficked to. They see who they dealing with. They know the level of power this person in front of them has. That is the real. So that's why we have to understand and respect the understanding of the situation of the traumatizing to these girls. And then when people think that this is not when people thinking like this is not really important, or this don't really matter, you have got to be out of your brain. You have got to be soulless. You have got to be not a human to think this doesn't matter. The highest office in the land is being accused of sex trafficking with underage girls. What are we talking about? Famous 24/7 says true. Why wouldn't they look at the Diddy stuff? See, they already have. And you got to understand, birds together flock birds. Together flock together. You understand the saying? The thing is that all of them is now all of a sudden being this big sex trafficking term is just coming out against all of them. You ever tripped off that? Let's go down the list. Let's go down the list of all of them. We done heard sex trafficking or sexual abuse from who? Diddy, Tyler Perry, Jay-Z, Fat Joe, Kevin Spacey, Tyler Perry manager, Vice President Mark Swinton, your president Trump, his lawyer, Kanye West. Let me know who I'm leaving out, fam. That's 9 people right there who we've heard in the last 2 months. The word sex, trafficking, or sexual assault has all been in the same sentence with all 9 of them. Now tell me who I'm leaving out. Huh? R. Kelly. Shout out to you, famous 247. That's 10. So you can't tell me that ain't true, because they already just proved that on Diddy. And now they proving it on Trump. So when we asking about the Diddy situation and how that affects each other, no, what it's doing is letting us further know how true these millionaires, billionaires, trillionaires, zillionaires, cajillionaires have been acting and treating folk in their reign of power since decades. For decades. Decades. Diddy, trip off this family right quick. Bill Cosby and Oprah. Oh my God, we gonna cook them too. But let me tell you something. With Diddy, for Diddy to be the poster boy for the situation, it's funny how Diddy was the poster boy to be put out for humiliation with no problem, okay? And then all of a sudden, all those people start falling right in line as if it was nothing. As if he had to be the face to show, oh, this is what sex trafficking looks like, Diddy. This is what sex trafficking looks like, whatever Diddy got going on. So it's like if you got something to do with any of that Diddy type of stuff, you can fall right up under sex trafficking with no problem. But what I keep trying to understand is all of them have big money that money don't have. And they all are abusing their power because you can't get a woman with your money or your looks. Diddy and Trump and Epstein, I'm sure all 3 of them was kicking it in the same party. Hit that like button, subscribe right now, fam. We cooking. Diddy, Trump, Epstein. I'm sure all 3 of them party together. You agree? Tap 1 for me. If you agree with me about Diddy, Trump, and Epstein partying together, type 1 for me now. Because we about to let the world know we believe it. I believe all 3 of them was kicking it. If you look at a young Trump in the face, a young Diddy in the face, a young Jeffrey Epstein, all of them look like they was having fun on the same levels. What? Okay, fam, agree with me up in here. Fam in here with me. Them boys been doing that. But the Democrats are so involved now that they like, this has disrespected the Oval Office so bad that the Democrats like, we got to get involved because y'all just killing us, killing us, killing us, killing us, killing us. You're killing the White House. You're disrespecting the White House. You're discrediting the White House. But who really knows the White House? We don't really know the White House. We don't live in it. All of the corruption we've heard, everything that's gone on in the White House, we don't know. We don't live in it. We don't know nothing. So you can't sit in there and tell me that I would believe that we disrespecting the Oval Office. You know how much the Oval Office has been disrespected by already? I'll wait. Do you know how much the Oval Office have already been disrespected? So how do you even look at Trump and be like, oh, you just disgusting? And why? Because you're dealing with kids. Bill Clinton was dealing with Monica Lewinsky. She wasn't no little kid. Hell, you having an affair up against having a little kid sex trafficked are 2 different things. If all y'all thinking Bill Clinton was terrible, I heard that the Clinton Foundation was over there with Epstein and them. So they don't get no pass either. They need to be a couple of these. You heard me, fam? We're not doing that. Let's go.
An effort to compel the release of these files if there were 0 Republicans who were willing to put their neck on the line and actually vote for this initial effort to begin debate that would ultimately lead to the release of these files.
Well, look, I wish there were more Republicans who voted on with this bill on the procedural issue. But if they were to vote with us, they would basically effectively, for this issue, hand control to the Democrats. So it's a hard vote for the other party. But I still believe they should have, for the sake of getting the files out. That said, we're going to have a clean bill, a bipartisan bill, that there's no sense of handing over control to the minority party. Mm-hmm. And on that bill, I already have one Republican who's going to be for it, and we're going to work to get other Republicans on it. And then we're going to work for a discharge petition, which means that it would come to the floor of the House if over 218 people sign it. And we know every Democrat's going to sign it.
Oh, okay, so hold up. Y'all getting this exclusive right here with your boy Dilla T, and No Filters. Hit that like button, subscribe, family. We cooking. Right now, you just heard this from her at No Filters. First, that the Democratic Party, they are breaking down how they are about to get their hands on this Epstein file and expose it to the world. He is literally one by one breaking down how they are going to go for this bipartisan bill, get it passed, and then go for a disconnection situation to be able to get the list, to be able to expose it. So this is the realness of knowing what he's saying on how they're going to go about it. This is politics. This is raw politics in your face. Open up your ears, open up your ears, open up your ears, open up your eyes. Let's go.
Yeah, procedural issue. But if they were to vote with us, they would basically effectively, for this issue,
Mr. Plumtree and family in the building. What's up,
so
family? You know what we're doing.
It's a hard vote for the other party. But I still believe they should have, for the sake of getting the files out. That said, we're going to have a clean bill, a bipartisan bill, that there's no sense of handing over control to the minority party. Mm-hmm. And on that bill, I already have one Republican who's going to be for it, and we're going to work to get other Republicans on it. And then we're going to work for a discharge petition, which means that it would come to the floor of the House if over 218 people sign it. And we know every Democrat's going to
shout out to Johannesburg, South Africa in the building.
Democrats need to be on the offense here, say we're the party to release these files, and calling on every Republican to release it. And we've got to get off our high horses. Some people say, oh, this is...
So you got to understand something. This is the Republican Party. These are high horse people. These are very financial high horse people. These people are still human. So how you don't think one of them people in that Republican Party going to say, oh, yeah, we about to expose Trump because this is disgusting and sick. And them people got kids. They got daughters. They got nieces. You think they don't feel some type of way, boy? Knowing that they in the same party with you and they voted for you. And then they heard that you've been playing with little girls in the house with Epstein and them back in the 30s or 30 years ago. These people are human, boy. They finna hang you dry. The whole Democratic Party finna just hang you dry. But I'm talking about Republicans, the same cousins and partners and people that you voted for to get you in position. Them people got families, boy. They got daughters. They believe you sick, Trump. So the Democratic Party is about to break it down and get this Epstein file out here to get Trump embarrassed. And to be honest with you, because this was, you understand what happened with Diddy. Let's be